Sa Tuesday ngayon, February 25th, maulap siya, hindi kagaya kahapon na maaraw. Magandang tanghali sa inyo. Ang gamit natin ngayon ay DJI Action 4. Balik tayo dito sa ultra wide na profile. Kasi ayan, masyado tayong malapit sa screen pagka yung D-warp lang o wide. So ito, ayan si Esme kagigising lang. Ayan, say hi to the vlog. Susundo. Anong oras na ngayon? 2:47 ng tanghali. Kita nyo yung mga ito yung Vietnamese pho. Diyan kami kumakain madalas. Ito yung mga karamihan mga motel dito. Camelot Motel, may restaurant. Try tayo minsan dyan, Camelot Restaurant. Tayo nakakain dyan. Yan, gawa lang tayo ng new IRCC update. New IRCC update, Canada's immigration backlog cut by 50,200. This was from immigration-news-canada.ca, dated today, February 25th. New IRCC update, Canada immigration news. So, the Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada is managing a substantial inventory of more than 2 million applications as per the latest data updated on February 24, 2025. The backlog drops further by 50,200 on a monthly basis after registering a cut of 64,200 in the previous month. The backlog is officially defined as applications exceeding service standards for processing times set for various citizenship, immigration, or temporary visa categories. This article delves into the detailed statistics, trends, and projections, providing a thorough understanding for applicants and stakeholders. Background and context. IRCC, responsible for managing Canada's immigration system, reported managing over 2 million applications at any given time, with 2,076,600 total application in inventories of January 31st, 2025. In 2024, the Canadian Immigration Department finalized more than 7 million decisions, showcasing its scale of operations. The backlog, a critical metric, indicates applications delayed beyond expected processing times, affecting wait times for applicants. IRCC efforts to reduce backlogs amid challenges like job cuts and policy adjustments with immigration level plans 2025 to 2027, aiming to lower permanent resident targets, potentially aid backlog reduction. So latest official IRCC detailed backlog data. The following tables summarize the backlog and applications within service standards for key categories as of January 31st, 2025 compared to previous months. So, as of January 2025, citizenship backlog, andito, numbers. Yan, temporary residency. Total is January 31, 2025, 892,100. December 31st, 2024, 942,300. Service standards. So, however, permanent residency saw an increase in backlog while temporary residency showed a significant reduction, suggesting varied processing efficiencies. Category-specific backlog analysis. Citizenship with a backlog of 40,000 in January, up from 40,600 in December. The category remains relatively stable with 196,600 applications within service standards. The backlog percentage, around 17.6%, aligns with reported figures of 18%, indicating consistent processing. Permanent residency, the backlog increased to 365,400 in January from 344,700 in December, with 483,500 within service standards. This rise, detailed in Immigration News Canada, suggests potential delays, possibly due to high application volumes or resource allocation. The temporary residency, a notable decrease in backlog from 557,000 in December to 493,700 in January, with 504,400 within service standards, reflecting improved processing. Processing performance in January 2025. In January 2025, IRCC made 41,400 decisions across various lines, welcoming 33,900 new permanent residents. Additionally, from April 1st, 2024 to January 31st, 2025, 297,500 new citizens were welcomed. The Immigration Department finalized 66,600 study permits applications and 137,600 work permit applications, indicating active processing efforts as per Canada.ca. Future projections for 2025. IRCC provided projections for backlog percentage at the end of February and March 2025 compared to actual January 2025 data. Projected March 2025, 17%. Projected February 2025, 17%. So, the projection suggests expected reductions, notably for PNP, from 30% to 20%, which is unexpected details. Even the current high backlog, potentially easing pressures for applicants in the stream. Analysis implications. The overall decreasing backlog is the positive sign, particularly for temporary residency, but the increasing permanent residency backlog raised concerns. Factors contributing could include high application volumes and policy adjustments like job cuts, which might affect future processing. For applicants, citizenship processing remains stable. Permanent residency may face longer waits, and temporary residency shows improvement. IRCC goal to process 80% of applications within service standards is crucial for managing expectations. The department efforts to reduce the application backlog show mixed results, with progress in temporary residency but challenges in permanent residency. Projections indicate potential improvements, but monitoring is essential. This comprehensive view aids applicants in planning and understanding Canada's immigration landscape as of February 25th, 2025. Yung backlog, dahil sa magka-cut sila, yung projection nila sa future is magka-catch up na sila dahil, tsaka yun nga, di ba nag-cut sila ng 3,300 jobs sa IRCC dahil nga sa mga 50,000 na nawawalang estudyante na hindi nag-report sa kanilang school, nagtrabaho lang ata. So, yun ang kanilang mga dahilan, mostly sa majority sa isang lahi lang. Hindi ko nasasabihin kung anong lahi, but dahil sa kanila ay iniba ang mga rules ng immigration. So, yun lang. So, ayan, but yung mga nakapag, shoutout nga pa kay Tyron Degs na napanood ko yung lumipat yung yung kaibigan niya. Si Tito Ray yung tawag niya sa Saskatchewan. May work permit siya as a pest control technician. Pinasok niya si Tyron Degs. Tapos, ayan, at nagano sila. Nakabili ng bahay, no? I didn't know na if you're an international student or temporary resident, pwede ka palang bumili din ng bahay. So, yun, bago kong natutunan. Kasi, nung bumibili kami, parang hinihingan kami ng PR dito sa BC. Ewan ko, baka sa Saskatchewan, iba yung ang rules nila kasi yung mga province na parang provincial government, iba ang rules ng provincial government ng BC. So, yun lang. So, ito may basa pa akong article na shocking spike in Canada visa processing times for Indians. So the Indian nationals seeking Canada visas are now facing a drastic spike in processing times for their temporary residence applications. So including visitor visas, super visas, study permits, and work permits. This increase in processing times are causing frustration and delays for thousands of Indian applicants. Based on our ongoing tracking of immigration, refugees, and citizenship, Canada, IRCC, visa processing data since 2021, the recent spike in waiting periods for Indian nationals is particularly concerning. This article will break down the current visa processing times, so provide a historical perspective and explore the potential reasons for the recent surge in delays. So times within application between sent from BFS to visa processing center, or time taken to give biometrics. So it doesn't include that, right? These are updated every week, and some applications may take even longer than the time specified, as well as some may take even much less time. So current visa processing times for Indian nationals. As of October 9, 2024, the following are the latest visa processing times for Indian nationals across various categories based on IRCC data. Canada visitor visa processing times 112 days, increased by 10 days since September 24, 2024, increased by 15 days since September 17, 2024, increased by 48 days since August 20, 2024. The processing time for visitor visa from India was only 51 days in July 2024 and 29 days in January 2024. Canada super visa processing times 99 days. Di pa ginawang 100, no? Increased by 12 days since September 24, 2024. Increased by 9 days since September 17, 2024. Increased by 31 days since August 20, 2024. The processing time for super visas was 59 days in July 2024 and 52 days in June 2024. So Canada study permit processing time 6 weeks. Increased by 1 week since September 11, 2024. Increased by 2 weeks since July 24, 2024. The processing time was 4 weeks for Indian nationals in July 2024. So Indians are eligible for the Student Direct Stream program, which typically offers faster processing times, but still most of the applications are per IRCC are taking 6 weeks. So Canada work permit processing time 28 weeks, increased by 1 week since September 24, 2024, increased by 1 week since September 4, 2024. Increased by 8 weeks since August 20, 2024. The processing time for work permit from India was only 19 weeks in July 2024 and 17 weeks in January 2024. So other temporary residence visas processing times facing delays. So irrespective of nationality, below are the categories that are experiencing an increase in processing times over the past few months. Study permit extensions, 126 days, increased by 19 days since September 24 and 56 days since August 20th. Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program, SAWP, processing time, 288 days, increased by 158 days since August 20, 2024. The processing time was 84 days in July 2024 and 24 days in January 2024. So overview of the processing times increases. And so why are Canada visa processing times increasing? Several factors could be contributing to the increased visa processing for Indian national in 2024, other than the diplomatic rift between two countries, high volume of applications, Canada has become an increasingly popular destination for Indian nationals, particularly after the easing of COVID-19 restrictions. Whether for study, work, or tourism, the number of visa applications from India surged in 2024. This influx has strained IRCC processing capacity, leading to extended wait times. The reopening of borders, pent-up demand for travel, and the surge in interest in Canadian education and work opportunities have contributed to the high volume of applications. And increased scrutiny of applications from Indians. The growing concern about visa fraud and misrepresentation has led the IRCC to increase scrutiny of visa applications, particularly for Indian nationals. This added layer of security has contributed to longer processing times as applications undergo more thorough checks to ensure the legitimacy of documentation and applicant backgrounds. High refusal rates among certain categories of applicants, particularly for visitor visas, have also pushed the IRCC to introduce more stringent vetting procedures, slowing down the process for everyone. Changes in immigration policies. The Canadian government has introduced new immigration policies that could contribute to delays in visa processing. For instance, new measures for attract skilled workers, international students, and entrepreneurs have increased the complexity of the visa systems, leading to longer evaluation periods. The new policies often require additional documentation and verification steps, which add to the processing time, particularly for countries like India with high visa demand. Complications with biometrics and additional security checks. For Indian nationals, biometric information, fingerprints, and photos is required as part of the visa application process. In some cases, delays in obtaining appointments at visa application centers or problems with submitting biometric data have caused additional processing delays. And moreover, additional security checks and interviews, particularly for work permit applicants and those applying through the Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program, can further extend wait times. Impact on Indian nationals, what this delays mean. For many Indian nationals, these processing delays are more than just an inconvenience. They can have significant consequences. Students who plan to begin their studies in Canada have been particularly affected, as delays in processing study permits can jeopardize their academic terms. Similarly, workers awaiting permits may miss out on job opportunities or face disruptions in their work schedules. The tourism industry also faces challenges, as Indian travelers looking to visit Canada now have to plan months in advance, with processing times visitor visas stretching well beyond 3 months. So this may discourage some visiting or exploring Canadian destinations. So what can applicants do? While applicants have limited control over IRCC processing times, these are the few steps that Indian nationals can take to minimize delays. Apply early. Ensure complete documentation. Track application status. Consider alternative pathways. Ayan. Yun na muna.